Pusian for the for hire for 1G, that's some shade if some cosson. Or share us on subscribe here for more dears over subscribers and a be also done then you know. Niema air cost on the back compound and party so. Also on Sake be no like cash ammonia so anything. Any beating on the so keep updated and yes already. In feeling chimney and candy or one chimney. In your name say NPP MPs in Parliament a jago muchim. A friend your market or your mully down or try every just a possible best or be protected a yen and grow for now so no say court a yen juma who is a friend your market and ne 2 MPs and no more a year Ernest Kumi akwatia MP any A.Dompreh so madwiji na ye bra anasi nya panyi eye tanko Rashid tanko ababontin abekan sen foforo say breaking news pa sa 2 city court after them no eye Rashid tanko awka NDC eye election team no hono say 5 seats as abeka eye sa 2 seats eye A.Dompreh any eye Ernest Kumi no 5 seats just say NPP MP seat and so case in so court egusu chase omo chese a year Rashid tanko person chese sa seat no 7 seats into be corner 7 seats sa 7 seats we no omo njai man nko da because they know with the evidence omo watches omo wini into omo njai man nko da a city be any city be enkunenkuti and sa MP sa made amkan.
And the objective of your plan was at least the NDC must get the votes that are due them. And the NPP must also get
exactly what due them.
Okay.
Our plan was that we are not going to rig the election. Nobody should also rig the election. Let Ghanaians decide who they want. Proper votes. 100 people have voted. That's 100. NDC, we have gotten 80. NPP, take your 20. That's what the Ghanaians say you should take. Don't go and overturn the whole thing and use soldiers to misbehave, and then they will now use our 180 for you and say NDC take this one. That was our strategy, and we succeeded in that.
But then what happened? Yes. Because now, how many seats are left outstanding now?
Oh, yeah, we are chasing about 7 now.
7?
Yes.
And of the 7, and I'll start from Ablekuma North.
Yes.
What's the status of Ablekuma North? What happened?
Ablekuma North, unless the Supreme Court decide, they've granted us leave to serve them using substituted service.
Okay.
Because they are fugitives. They are running away from the NPP candidates. You see them go and stand in Parliament and stand in the candidate house and talk as if wild dogs are barking at people. The law is looking for them. They are running away from the law. Meanwhile, they'll stand somewhere and call on the EC to declare them. These are the group of people we are dealing. They don't respect the legal system of this country. We have filed a suit at the Supreme Court, a statutory trying to quash the decision of the High Court that allowed them to do that thing they did over there. Because the trial judge at the High Court ruled as if the matter before him was an election petition.
Okay.
It wasn't an election petition, it was a mandamus. The writ was asking the court to force the EC to carry out an exercise that they are refusing to carry out their own mandate. But the EC had carried out those exercises.
The EC had already done
they had already done that thing. Because it's about declaration, collation and declaration. And the person who is qualified to declare parliamentary election is a returning officer. If you check CI 127, it's very clear there. It is not the electoral commissioner or the commissioners there. It is the returning officer. So if the returning officer has done his job, declared somebody a winner, your duty as commissioner is to gazette same. Okay. If somebody is aggrieved with the declaration, he cannot come with election petition proper at the High Court under Article 91 of the Constitution. Not the person should go and run behind the commissioners, and the commissioner will sit down and say that we are not going to recognize it because the declaration was not properly done. It doesn't lie in their mouth. They don't have that power.
So you think that what the NPP should have done is actually to file an election petition?
An election petition not to go and hide an amendment saying that the EC has refused to do collation and declare this, they must be forced to do that. They have already done that.
So the declaration was what?
The declaration was that the court asked that the EC should go and continue the collation of the constituencies, and they mentioned some certain polling station numbers. And I said, look, in an election, that's what I'm saying. That people, because we are not educating the public about elections, polling station resources can be nullified due to certain actions at the polling. For instance, if there are overvoting in the polling station, the law says they must nullify the votes. It will not be added to the tally. The people are supposed to vote, they are 500, and you come and vote 520. Where from the 20? That's overvote, clear overvoting. On the face of it, is that not true?
Yes.
So they will just nullify the votes. So when they are tallying the results at the collation center, that polling station will not be added. So if you have 20 polling stations and one has been nullified, they will declare the results using how many polling stations? 19. So you can't go and say, because one polling station was not added, they should go and do recollation. Have you found out whether that polling station there was overvoted, that's why it was not added? You have not found out that. So go and file a petition, and then the court will ask that, let's find out the veracity of it. They will now bring the box with the pen sheet, open it, recount, and do all these things. But you don't just go and see the face of it and say, so and so number of polling stations were not counted, and yet they declare result. Have you found out the reason why those polling stations were not added? Tema Central had 3.
Okay.
3 were not added.
3 polling stations.
Polling stations were not added.
Okay.
And they declared Our Lady
Right,
winner.
yeah.
Okay. Then you run and say, because 3 polling stations were not added, you won't accept. Then the electoral commissioners, because they wanted at all costs to show up the numbers of NPP in parliament, because of their disaster that has fallen on them, they quickly said, no, we are nullifying it, we won't accept until the 3 polling stations. Have you found out the reason why those 3 polling stations were nullified?
Okay.
Why the returning officer didn't add it? They were overvoting in some of them. So if they are overvoting, definitely they will nullify it. It won't be added. They will go ahead with the 3 polling stations. And it doesn't lie in the mouth of the court. That's why I've been saying that when people look at it and say, so and so number of polling stations were not added, and yet they declared, because you don't understand the electoral system. Overvoting can occur even up to 100 polling stations. They will nullify all of them. That is a fact. Yes, if you are a careless person and you think you can rig the election by padding up numbers plenty at the polling stations, and we have our eagle eye on them, and they are your strong, they will nullify them.
So you insisted that areas where you saw
saw problems with the polling stations, we're not going to add them. That is why we have 62 in Blakuma North.
68?
Yes.
So what was the problem with those 62? Because
there were problems. There were problems with them. Some of them, the presiding officers couldn't come with it. Some, they were vandalized. The EC themselves didn't have. Who was supposed to have the original didn't have it. So when they put the tally together and they had challenges in getting these 62 areas and all that, they declared our one winner. It's accepted in the electoral law. If there are challenges in the, like I just explained, in a polling station, that polling station will be nullified. You can't force people to put bad results on and add it up to declare somebody. That's what the NPP are masters in. Manufacturing fake pen sheets and concocting figure on them. That's how they are masters in it.
But they say they have scanned copies of all the police stations. That is
why I'm saying that they are masters in it. At IPAC meeting, the last IPAC meeting before.
But how do you do a scanned copy? Is a copy of the original?
Where is the original? You say you have scanned copy. So where do you scan it from? Bring it. You say you don't have. So which one did you scan? Look, my brother, I can design. I told her I have a background in graphics. Give me a laptop and Photoshop or Corel Draw, the one they used to add materials for mathematics. NPP, they are not serious with their electoral copies. Software we used in the 90s. That was what we used in designing. Corel Draw, Corel 9, 11, 12, and all this. And I always heard them saying that they used it to add figures. How can you use Corel Draw figures? This is easy. Very crooked people. Now, I can design a pink sheet and put figures on it and come and show it to you and say, this is a scan copy. Will you accept that? Will you accept it? And I'm telling you that I don't have the original, but I scanned it. I have this, the scan copy. And then the EC will fall in such a trap. So when I say there's always a collusion between them and the NPP, people say I'm always hard on them. I'm not hard on them. Why will you fall in such a trap? Because in the last IPAC meeting, Evans was there. I was there. We all agreed. This Ablekumanov thing. 62 you don't have. They said they don't have. The Easy told us, point blank, they don't have any of them.
Okay. The Electoral Commission?
The Electoral Commission.
Okay.
And we said, yes, we too had difficulties because of the vandalism and all that. We lost some of our distance. Easy Evans told us, yes, they don't have it, but they have scanned copy. And we say, Master, stop your scan copy. We are not going to accept anything scan copy. Our electoral laws are manual, and they are telling us that you must have your manual pink sheet handy so that we can compare with the original from the EC. You don't have. You are saying scan copy. I can also go and bring scan copies. I can sit behind my laptop and design it. So nobody's going to ask. Stop that thing. That was on Thursday. We're supposed to meet on Friday. But because of the court ruling on Saturday, we all defer and said after that, we'll meet the next Monday. Then quickly, this court, knowing what they were trying to do, you know what they did? They moved the matter, the ruling to 12 midday. You remember? They had planned it already. And quickly after ruling, Sunday, they said they were declaring results. They've run to their offices and started using scanned copies. And that is the crooked nature of these people. I always say, and Ghanaians don't see them. So we agreed on this. Nobody's going to use scanned copy. Yet, because we filed against the continual declaration, collation of this thing, after the ruling, these people quickly ran and said they were going to do it. Okay, let's declare it. After all, before they say Jack Monday, we have declared, we'll gazette it. That is what they were trying. And they were using scanned copies. Unfortunately, on their part, some of our boys went and stormed there and stopped them. They managed to bring themselves together again and continue to use the scanned copies of NPP. EC don't have even one pink sheet, they don't have. This Ablekumanov. I challenge anybody who tell me EC has a pink sheet on it. They don't have. When they brought their own presiding officers, they saw some of the scanned copies, they were running away from it. They said, this is not my signature. This is not a figure. I didn't write this. Their own people. And yet, EC was forcing to accept those things. Just trying to assuage the pain of the NPP. That's what they were just trying to do.
So, what will be the solution to Ablekumanov?
The solution is in Supreme Court. We are there. We have gotten them now through substitution service. The next sitting, they will come. If they don't come, you see what has befallen us, Akotia. We will get them. All of them will be arrested for defiling court orders. They will be arrested. I told you this man, they will arrest him. The Akotia man. You see, they are still thinking we are in the era of FCs, 99 FCs and all this. They only go to court and the court rule for them and all that. They think we are in the era. The judges themselves didn't like the thing they were doing. They were forcing them to do that kind of thing they were doing. They're asserting their independence now. That's why they asked that they should arrest that man. An injunction on you, you defy the injunction, went ahead to be sworn in as if they are law to themselves. This is what they are doing. I'm A.Dompreh today. We are in court with him again. If he doesn't come, another bench warrant will issue for him. I said we'll chase these people one by one. We'll make sure that we remove them from the August house using the legal process. Because these are illegal guys.
You think you won the Nsama Dwajisi?
Yes.
Abusian for a NDC election team led by Dr. Mane Boama, as Cyber Defense Minister, and Rashid Tanko Asabru Udima Kutini Yepa, and the NDC National Executives for just Omutao Omoje Jumapa. They are making sure say the will of the air people no be superior than everything. These people no per Rashid Tanko say they didn't win. Or when we Katashi and these people person the room no just sitting led by AJ Mensa. Jane Adukwe Mensa ya boldin. Te won se sada. Unkwa ye survey no hwe nipa dodo a eji ECD. Eswati pa under your guy your term. Eswati pa. And nipa Ghanaians amuji ECD no enye. Because I'm afraid you will see your name and the Kasana. Just say, Omoni says, oh, yeah, you mama some political party be. You want some political party being a bedding, be president no president dibia. Meanwhile, so Babontina be press conference and they can say it's not in your right and a mandate say Ubi will be president and also Ubi will be MP. Now so pair your actions I said that statement or action a different and I will cast as a different. Right now Rashid Tanku edit this evidence about HSA. So they are chasing 7 seats. 7 seats. Already know. Mienu aba court any abre omuso pa. Eye akwatia MP. Any insawoma doji. Ernest Kumi any A.Dompreh. These people no court national from omonko. They think say Parliament no more no almost the same ranama. Now so you say no one is above the law. But in NPP MPs no adwom dey show mutrimi say Parliament no more no almost the same rebia. And so yes and can during your term no you people run to Supreme Court. Not just a Supreme Court ediamamo. And you expect say even the speaker, the number 3 of Ghana, imported the Supreme Court say Canada a be juma. And no the juma so. Now why we just a member and now for court a ruling juma. President crown court cast as a court here a case was so the juma. No one is above the law. And without the law, there is no democracy. Now, dear Yapan say, you as a member of parliament, no, who momo say, shishemra. Now, Samra qua a crona, no, won't find yejuma, and you expect a Ghana form for Samra na in yejuma. It doesn't work like that. Yes, I need yejuma. Wow, shemran was also dim ranso. Na wo di sukrampo na ema emrane ye jitum kese. So these people no ye from court or monko. That's why bench warrant abede domoso no. Nene Rashid Tanku a confirm say apart from these 2 MPs I want my back sepa no. Of course court JC no. Another 5 seats from the NPP side and also ababeka ho. No say omu jini nyina. She say mu 88. 5 plus 2 ni beka wa 7. Say NDC form manage just 7 year. Akam 81. Mododo no so tia na eti. Enso so mon kama no ntum. Record na ma set no time. Or some tena na mu yem homework yi. And near man de mabedru hano, you people are still repeating the same mistakes. Acting as if say you people are bigger than Ghana Fuinina. Acting as if say Mumuni Nyansa sing Ghana Fuinina. And so yes, sanity a dibia any a queen munya. And don't chase a Muni Nyansa sing Ghana Fuinina. Because I would see a friend your mark and do a sikasa. Dia. Oh, during the swear in Akwatia MP case in the story. A catcher say court the injunction to papa so into no money in yedin MP my swear in also on it or no a no decision. Any punishment be a babyano or no best one at this one. And no one at this one oh kwamano say I Yinjama Samninka adding a Yamahama Beba Parliament, only one crop for ye mobile Cheremahama pa. How? Quite mention a wife in your mark will beat my Cheremahama. Wife in your mark, dear now beat me that Cheremahama. Intino, oh, by Cheremahama intino, the court will come when not, oh, MP now find ye juma. And yet Ghana na politics cheaper. Obey that to this statement. Say, MP so be president pa. How? Science ma hama a word dream painting ohunu se usa na wonim de oye na wonim de okeka bibia wo ye ne no da wonim de odua ne no obetwa ne daachi. So if you think say then now ye MP na se daachi bi obinya position kesi a eniema wo ye no videos no kasa e wo internet o empepa ye besa boy tiawa for good news na eba sabri no NDC for any break omo gigi sita NPP for in court yes sit no mo fa illegal no omo gino legally ama nkrofo to aba ma omo no mo say omo anto aba no kwa the NDC protect your vote said omo ye den the assignment in mom no it in semi repeat my charge under the comment section subscribe and share my news with in your binti Akroma.